Right, that's the kettle boiled, so let's get back to an update on Leith Central. So welcome back to Leith Central. As you can see, there has been a bit of development despite the lack of videos, which I can only apologise for. This work that's been taking place has been taking place while I've been uploading the videos from when I've been out and about enjoying the sun, getting rail tours and visiting the Perth Model Railway Show. There's new videos appeared on the channel if you'd like to go and take a look at those. Also, some new a new thing I'm trialling on the channel is posting some of the wildlife photos and videos I take when I'm out for a walk. So they're on the channel as well. There's a nice one of a dipper just come up this week. But let's get back to what we're interested in here, which is the updates on what's been going on at Leith Central. The first area you may have noticed where we have seen a change is the first point motors have arrived. These are the Pico surface mounted ones, the PL11 side mounted turnout motor, then from local model shop. So we've got 4 of those to fit to these crossovers in the platform. The first one's there in situ. That's just a trial I've done cutting that gap in the platform edge and setting it back at the platform edge. I've also set the base further back, so I've got the option there where if I want to replace this little PC, which is only putting in situ, and it was just to test that to see how much gap I'd have to cut out of the platform. I am thinking about moving these back and putting an extended arm on the point motors and just having a small gap in the platform edge, especially over here on my already completed platform 4 and 5, to reduce the amount of cutting out of that I'm going to have to do, because that's nearing completion below platform height, as you might see from the initial paintwork on that side. That is the next area I've done. The initial base paintwork over the primer has been this sandy colour, and as you see I've painted that top platform edge white. It was just to get an idea for how that would look. The other side's still only in primer, in the sort of brick primer. There's actually 2 shades of brick in there, well not shades of brick exactly, but one of them's a stone, a weathered stone, and the other colour I actually use is a desert sand designed for Desert Storm aircraft. It seems to give a good match for Edinburgh Storm, mixing those 2 colours together, and I'm not sure it picks up on the camera, but I've actually varied the levels between them so it gives some depth to the brickwork. Also in with the point motors is I have fitted some uncouplers that are alluded to on a little video taken caption, which are these here, and there'll be a video for those. There's sorry, not a video, there's dimensions for those in the description, also appearing somewhere down at the bottom of the screen now, hopefully. What I've done with these is these are tacked in place with a fine track pin at one end initially, and then adjusted before fitting at the other end. I've been testing them with the tote wagons from Hornby, also got a Bachmann 47 and Bachmann brake van, and also the Daypole turbo wagons, just to make sure they worked with different companies' NEM couplers. This is just a cheap, it's basically a free way of making uncouplers, because it's just made out of, we've all got tons of this stuff from, well, these ones are actually made out of the packing of one of these boxes that the point motors come in. So as you're fitting your crossovers, you're getting a substantial supply of this plastic, and as we're all looking for ways to recycle as much plastic as possible, I thought I'd try and reduce the amount of waste that is created from all these little packages and stuff, which will gladly lead me on to the next part, which is what I'm doing with the platform edgings. Okay, so those who have been following the channel for a while will know that I have recently moved house, and of course the downside to moving house maybe afterwards is you end up with a lot of spare cardboard boxes and a lot of spare polystyrene. So rather than me saying I have a lot of rubbish sat around the house, what I've done is I've kept the 2mm, some 2mm boxes like this one here, and also this polystyrene here, which means on the layout I can build up this area here to the platform height I was wanting. As you can see there, the polystyrene sits below those Pico platform edgings which are sat on the cork. The idea being, as you can see at the back there, if I zoom in, is that I can fit a layer of 2mm card to the top, and then a layer of plastic card over the top of that, and then I can also then build up with curbstones, road surfaces and everything on top, and give everything texture, and it all falling snugly with the platform heights. I have measured that, and on order, if you have a look on Amazon, because I know a lot of us use a lot of plastic card, on Amazon you can currently get 3 A3 sheets of plastic card for around between £5 and £10. So I've got 3 A3 sheets on their way, and I'm most of the way through applying the cardboard to this back area here, which is where the main focus of work is going to be. So if I move these pieces of cardboard out, as you can see, I've marked out where the walls and everything will go, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the walls go down on my buildings to polystyrene height, and then the internal floors will have the cardboard and plastic card fitted inside as well, with the floor covering on them. And the idea being that I can then have the building so it looks like it's set into the scene rather than being plonked on top. I know this is an idea where I know Everard Junction have used some of the scale plasters and things like that, and mixes for that kind of thing. This is a new method I thought I'd try, and as I'm aiming to create as little waste as possible and reuse as much as possible, I thought it'd be a good use for this polystyrene and cardboard. I'll do when I get towards this end up here, I'll do more of a how-to on that. This polystyrene here is stuck down, but I've got there'll be some footage of one of these pieces going into place. So once that plastic card's arrived, we can start building up that area. The work for over the next week, whilst I'm leaving videos to edit and upload on the computer under the desk, which coincidentally is happening now, that will be some nice videos of rail tours around the northwest we took earlier today that are uploading now. But while videos have been uploading, I've been slowly chipping away at this. As you can see, I've got the first layer across the back done there, and then once this is all fitted, I'll be building up this edge here with either similar wood to I've used on the back scene, or I might even do that with the card as well, depending how much I've got left. The other purchase recently has been a set of these Pico hydraulic buffers, just to see how they sat on the layout and see how they looked. I'm actually going to build, if I put that back in, I'm actually going to build up this area here with the hydraulic pumps. I have seen an advertised one online where it's a completely built end that fits into these platform edgings, but at £38 I thought I'd go for these more budget Pico ones and work with them. Start with 2 of them as a base and use plastic card and bits out of the scrap box that we all have, like tanks and things like that, to build the hydraulics up around there, and then of course the fencing setting of the platform around here, and make that, see how that goes on there, and apply this to the other platform as well. The other idea for the other platform is to use the Acura scale resistance buffers, just because they look quite nice, so I might put them into the back bay platforms and have these hydraulics on this side to make it look like they've replaced 2 of the buffers, because they were enhancing the station to perform its new role. If those who have followed the history early on will have understand that. And then on this back platform here, this area here will be built up as a motor rail ramp, like you'll have your drop down piece for going on the back of motor rail vans and stuff on this end here, in a slight ramp. So that'll be built up on there. That's why the cardboard runs right through where the building will be, because that's where the archway through the building for access to the motor rail ramp will go. And as you can see, I've already started marking on there where the buildings lie. Quick update, just a couple of extra pieces of stock that were added while we're at the Perth exhibition, which was this Bachmann full brake Mark 1 in the post office livery with the two gold lines on the red, and also a blue-grey TPO. They're for forming mail services will run the station overnight. I'm looking to get a couple of the sorting vans that Bachmann have released, and also another TPO in the red livery, and then of course some more of these Mark 1s in varying liveries, maybe a couple of blue greys and some of the newspaper ones as well. And also looking at getting some motor rail vans and the motor rail flats that have been released by Bachmann and Oxford recently, so that way I can turn it over to mail traffic overnight or set up the station as just a mail station. So looking at keeping my running options varied on the layout, but I saw these two going cheap, so picked these up at a bargain price at the Perth show, which was all in all a very good show. And if you take a look through the model playlist, you'll find the link to the Perth show. Sorry, you need to take another drink of tea, I think. But the Perth show was a really good show. There's a really nice layout on that video, an all-gauge French shed layout set in Steam days, and that was fantastic with smoke, sound. There was like people welding around the layout. The attention to detail on it was absolutely fantastic. Probably my favourite layout at the show. But I'll leave you at that, and I'll try and capture more stuff while I'm pottering around and getting that station area ready for building time. So we'll keep an eye on that, and that'll form the next update. So I hope you're enjoying your modelling, or at least if you're not doing any modelling, you're getting out, enjoying the sun, enjoying some time with your families, enjoying the rail tours and everything that are on through the season, or even just getting out and grabbing some food, grabbing some shots of freight if that's your bag. So I'll leave you at that, and thanks for watching, and thanks for bearing with the channel while we got out and did the other things we like to cover. So please like, share and subscribe, and click on the little alarm bell to make sure you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. Cheers.